You talked about the upskilling and changing, John. You've got to do that, and probably I'll move it into the kind of category of starting a business. If you're not happy or you want to do something different, you've got to just get moving and get it sorted. Let's try and do the career pivot or the study. If you could be 32, you could go study uni part-time and be done by 40, all that stuff. Let's get this happening in this very crucial decade. I know people who have started a family, went to uni. Like, if you want to do it, you can do it. It's going to be hell, but it is possible. So I think it is that, yeah, if your income is good, you may need to drop back a bit to really get on that right path.
I agree. You don't want to be 55 and all crumpled up when you decide to, now I want to start my own business. Like it can still work out all right, but your greatest energy output and motivation for life, I think, is starts probably here. And like you've got all this, I suppose, immature energy in your 20s, haven't you? You don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're just going. And you find out one way or the other whether it works or not. Whereas your 30s, I think, is the combination of, now I've matured a bit, now I can make some more informed decisions, but I should be pouncing out of bed, taking on life.
Yeah, I remember starting the business at 31 and thinking how incredibly young I was. And I thought, oh, am I too young to be doing this? But now as I look back the decade after that, I feel so grateful that I did it when I had all that energy, because I would not have had the energy in this decade that I had in my 30s. It was a big energy decade.
And you were doing it with kids as well. So maybe talk to us about that juggle. And like, if you had a transcript for someone, like, would you, like, some love to bite off more than they can chew sort of thing, but would you be starting businesses before kids? Like, because you talked about the kids and house, starting a family and buying a house versus travel, buy a house. What about starting a business?
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I miss the travel and all those things that a lot of people do, because I did have my children very young. But also, if I'd waited for the right time, I don't think I ever would have done it. It was just a big surprise very early on.
Yeah.
But I do think it would have been harder after kids or to really start. I think the fact that when doing it when they were young, before those school fees and things like that kicked in, because when you do have that lifestyle creep, it is harder to move away from that big salary and start a business. It's a risk, and you're moving away from money.
So, question. It's harder, no doubt, as a female than it is for a male when you've got kids. Speaking from a male here.
You know, the emotional toll will always go on the female. It still does. It still does.
Absolutely. And even if the male helps out 70% of the time.
You know, I've got a friend, all three of her children, she had the worst morning sickness, like literally bedridden, whatever, spewing, all that for the whole pregnancies.
Yeah.
So she couldn't even work.
Yeah.
Let alone have the energy to write a business plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to where I was going, kids and then start a business, or do people, once they've got that mortgage, there's that real stress in their head to say, I've got to keep paying the mortgage each month. Are they unlikely to start building a business when they've got that big rock?
See, I think it's, whether it be kids or a mortgage, I think it's when that lifestyle creep comes in, because when you start earning more money, and that happens, it's whether you're going to be able to pull it back. So, yes, I had a mortgage and children, but my overheads were still low. My overheads are a whole lot more now.
Yeah.
You know, but if my overheads were where they are now, I couldn't have walked away from my salary and started a business. I think it's before things like private school fees, if you're going to have them, or the big mortgage, if you're going to have that.
Yeah.
You know, the more I think about this, when we are talking in this decade, it should, I'll phrase it this way. If you have been thinking about something for 2 or 3 years, like, I just really want to start my business. And that's been a thought and a gut feeling or something for a few years, and it might be start your own business. It might be insert, I want to do a uni course here, or insert career change, or that thing. If that is in your soul, and it has been for a couple of years, 3 years, forget the flipping house and invest, like go and attack that first.
Yeah.
Because if you get your career right, if you get your business right, you'll be happier after that 3-year kind of hurdle of getting started and established. You'll be happier, you'll have more money, you'll buy whatever house you want.
I agree.
But if you don't have that gut feeling burning for the last couple of years, maybe take that traditional route that, I don't hate my job, I like it. All right, well, we're going to invest or buy a house, we'll start a family. Then it's a matter of, okay, the career's fine, we're not career driven, we're not self-employed driven. So I think it is very circumstantial, but I think the kind of underlining scribble that as I'm talking is in your 30s, it's take action and big action. Because in our 20s, we're just getting established and having a bit of fun, and still do the travel in your 30s. And I know someone now in their 30s who's doing the Europe thing and all that. Awesome. But there needs to be some type of progress, I think, in the background.
Yeah, that cash flow quadrant comes to mind, doesn't it? It's like you can be on the left-hand side, but let's get more exposure to the right-hand side if you can. And you're talking about starting up a business, and if it's burning away at you, the last thing you want to do is wake up in your 40s with regret. It's like, I should have done that.
And you still can, but you're just not getting that time back.
And we're all business owners, so we go to that default of start your business. But I see a lot of people do their master's degree in their 30s, and they're investing in education and other things that would be our equivalent.
Yeah, and that's what I really wanted to be clear. This is not everyone start a business in your 30s. Insert your thing here, whether it is the education, whether it is the business, whether it is the job change. And that's a big deal. And, it is a shout out to the book, Sort Your Career Out and Make More Money. One of the best chapters I've ever written in any book was the chapter on risk and risk taking. And that could be a big risky thing. I love my industry. I love what I do, but I don't like where I'm doing it and the conditions. So I want to still be a dental hygienist because I love that. But the people I'm working for are pigs and I don't love them and it's not great. They don't respect me. I need to make a change and get another job as a dental hygienist. We look in and go, get another job. For someone who hasn't got that kind of risk muscle, you need to start leaning into taking those risks. And that's the type of big things that I'm talking about for some people.
Yep.
Could be starting your business or could literally be, my boss is a dickhead, I need another job in the same industry doing the same thing. Yeah. And that's your thing that you need to really lean into.
And I think it's okay, again, in your 30s to take a risk because if it doesn't come off, you've got plenty of time. Like people living 10 years longer now at least, aren't they, because of medicine and everything else. But if you accidentally stumbled across this episode and you're in your 50s, it's still not too late. You've got, on average, 30 years until it's called a day for you. So you've still got plenty of time, haven't you? Like in your 30s, you're just not even getting warming up. You're not even getting warmed up.
Hey, it's Glenn here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money, Money, Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.